Hey guys, it's Cameron here with Emerson House Buyers. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things help me build up a sizable rental portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. This week I want to take a question from a subscriber. It's either Cherie or Sherry. Sorry about that. My reading and spelling abilities have diminished over time, or pronunciation abilities. The question is, or the email I got is, "Hi Cameron, I hope you have a blessed Christmas and Happy New Year." Thank you. You as well. I believe I may have my first wholesale property or deal. I have a question though. For clarity, to make sure that I'm doing this transaction correctly, the house is being sold by the niece of the previous owner, her aunt who passed away back in 2012. According to the niece, her aunt gave the house to her, the niece's son. How would I complete the wholesale if the niece is selling the house? What step or steps should I take at this point to ensure that I can move forward with the deal? Very good question. First of all, I am not a real estate attorney, okay? I just want to be forthcoming and foremost about that. These type of issues, though, are best resolved in title. At least that's from my experience. So you get somebody to sign it. They think they're the one who the house belongs to. Then they go and you do title work at the title company. So even if you're going to buy or wholesale, it doesn't matter what you're going to do with this property. When you buy it, everybody should run title. If you're doing any sort of due diligence, you need to be running title. When they go through that title search process, they're going to find out who the actual owner is. And then they'll go and get them to sign an affidavit or something along those lines. Whoever you think the current owner is, if that's the niece's son, they're going to be the ones that need to sign. Now, if for whatever reason something wasn't filed properly, something wasn't done, you might have to get a death certificate from the aunt who passed away. You have to find who the current owner is, and you can do that by going through the title work, because they're not going to offer you title insurance on a property that has all these encumbrances or liens or a cloud in the title, as they say. So how would you complete it? Lock it up with who you think the owner is, have them sign it, take it to the title company, let them begin doing their due diligence process. While they're doing their due diligence process, which takes about 7 days, depending upon how old this property is and how many times it's changed hands, while they're doing that, you'll go out and try to find a buyer, find an end buyer. They'll come back and say, hey, this happened, this is how, if they're a good title company, hey, this is how we resolve this, we need to get X person to sign this paperwork. And you'll say, no problem, you go and hunt them down and find them, or they'll help you get a mobile notary or some local notary or whatever. They'll sign it and you'll move forward. Now, don't be shy about telling the end buyer this. Hey, just FYI, I want to let you know that we're trying to work through this title issue. And it might not even be an issue. Whoever owns it might live down the street and they're like, yeah, no big deal. But it might be somebody lives halfway across the country and it's going to take some time. So if you want to do this properly, then you need to make sure you communicate that to your end buyer. It's not a good feeling. It does not feel good at all if you're the end buyer and all of a sudden at the end of the transaction you say, oh yeah, by the way, we're still waiting on XYZ to happen. I'd let them know, guys, here's a great deal. It's going to happen. We're just working through a small title issue to make sure that you have free and clear title to this property. Who's going to argue with that? Very, very, very few people. Now, especially if it's a good deal, you might have a bunch of people beating down your door and you say, no, I understand totally. You don't want to deal with it? That's fine. I'm going to go to another buyer number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I hope that answered your question. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. If you guys need a copy of the assignment contract that we use, that should be up here or over here or whatever. That will help you guys complete this transaction to wholesale it. Now, again, even if you're wholesaler going to buy this, you're going to have the same issue. So make sure you go through with that. Guys, if you have any other questions or if brought up any other questions, feel free to comment below or shoot me an email. Thanks, guys. See you guys next week.